No, there was no left. There was anger and rage from certain sectors of this country, but there was no laughter. Our president has won the Peace Prize, and he is a standing joke. Stop and think. And meanwhile, his ego's so big, his ears are starting to fit the head now. You got to think, this guy, he's in the White House, he's in his cocoon, he's surrounded by Rahm Emanuel, a ballerina, he's surrounded by that drip, Gates, the Gibbs, the press secretary. And I'm sure they're telling themselves, oh, way to go, baby, we are bigger than ever. God, who would have ever believed it? Meanwhile, outside the Oval Office, everybody's laughing at this guy while he thinks he is the biggest human being to ever walk the planet. In 9 months, he is a post-accomplishment, post-racial, post-partisan, now post-accomplishment. You don't even have to accomplish anything to get the Nobel Peace Prize. All you have to do is have good intentions. And you know, the libs are always rewarded on their good intentions, aren't they? That's how they want to be judged. Never on the results of those intentions, which are always disastrous. But we couldn't have done this ourselves. We could not have made the world laugh at our president. But the Nobel Peace Prize Committee and their award have pulled it off. We owe them a debt of gratitude. This guy is going to be joked about all over the media for this weekend. They've set up the Sunday shows for this. And he goes out there and admits he's not qualified. Grab that soundbite again. I've put it at the bottom of the stack. I'm going to find it right here. Soundbite number 2. He admits. Let's see. Yeah, he admits.
I am both surprised and deeply humbled by the decision of the Nobel Committee.
Just speed this up.
Clear, I do not view it as a right.
It takes this is 34 seconds. It seems like an hour. Speed it up.
Recognition of
my own accomplishments, but rather as an affirmation of American leadership on behalf of aspirations held by people in all nations. To be honest, I do not feel that I deserve to be in the company of so many of the transformative figures who've been honored by this prize.
Oh, but you do, Mr. President. You are totally at home with the likes of Jimmy Carter and Al Gore and anybody else who's been running around. I mean, he's in a club. People who have received peace prizes, people like Yasser Arafat. Ha! What a club. Wouldn't you want to be a member of that club? I would have refused, by the way, had I won the award. Because I wouldn't want to be in that club of thugs. Nah, that's true. I would have accepted it. I was up late last night. I was like 4. Oh yeah. And I'm in one of these giddy moods here today, folks. So we usually throw caution to the wind. We've expanded the delay to a full 90 seconds today, by the way, to accommodate something I might say that could be regretful. To the phones, Suzanne in Los Angeles. Great to have you on the EIB Network. Open Line Friday. You're up first. Hello.
Good morning, Russ. If the president actually opened his fat mouth and said he does not deserve to be in the company of these figures, why is he accepting it, and why doesn't he donate the money to charity?
Well,
because he's a jackass, that's why.
He
doesn't deserve. He hasn't done anything.
He has. This is what you don't understand.
Okay, explain it to me.
The guy who has said this best today is John Podhoretz at a blog. I think he put it in commentary, maybe contentions. I'm not sure what they have two, but here I'm going to read it to you.
Okay.
It's contentions. I can't agree with my colleagues here on contentions that A, Obama should reject the Peace Prize, or B, be embarrassed by it. The Nobel Committee chose him wisely because he does, in fact, represent the organization's highest ideals. He is an American president queasy about the projection of American power. He is an American president who rejects the notion of American exceptionalism. He is an American president eagerly in pursuit of legitimacy to be granted him not by those who voted for him, but by those who do not cast a vote and who chafe at American leadership. It is his devout wish that America become become one of many nations, influencing the world indirectly or not influencing it at all, rather than the indispensable nation, as Madeleine Albright characterized it. He is the encapsulation, the representative, the wish fulfillment, the very embodiment of the multilateralist impulse. He is, almost literally, a dream come true for the sorts of people who treasure and value the Nobel Peace Prize. It's the most obvious choice, once you think about it, since Michael Moore won an Oscar for Bowling for Columbine.
You know, you made me queasy just hearing you read all of that. Garbage. It's not, you know, I'd rather see them give this prize to Michael Jackson for his work with children. The president doesn't deserve this. He actually doesn't deserve to be president. No, but I get tired of him apologizing, and the goals he set for the United States is exactly what? Driving us to poverty, selling us off $1 at a time to China.
That's precisely why. That's precisely why he's qualified for the prize. This is what the Nobel people want. This is what European leftist elites want. This is what our enemies want. This is what the United Nations want.
Is he going to give this money to Reverend Wright to start a new church?
Well, no. Here's the thing about the money. We looked it up. What is it? 10 million Swedish kroners that you get.
Which is about $1.50.
Well, you're on a roll here today. I get
my inspiration from you.
We looked it up. 10 million Swedish kroners, depending on, in December when he gets the money, depending on how badly he continues to trash his own currency, the dollar, could be worth anywhere between $1.2 and $1.5 million. That will not even cover one of the 747s that will take him and his fleet of fellow egoists over there to accept the award.
I thought it might have covered the money he wasted going to Copenhagen.
No.
Maybe he should give that to Daley in Chicago as an I'm sorry you didn't get the Olympics.
Now Daley's sitting there in Chicago saying, what the hell happened to me? I go over there to Copenhagen. I bring Barack along. He's my ace in the hole. We're going to get the Olympics. I'm going to be able to have some of my buds get rid of their slums, like Valerie Jarrett. I'm going to have all kinds of people getting rich because of me. I'm going to be in power forever here. And they get shut out with 18 votes in the first round, totally embarrassed. Obama was a hindrance. And then the very next week, in fact, exactly 1 week, do you realize it was just last Friday that debacle in Copenhagen happened? Today, Obama gets the Peace Prize, he gets the money, he gets the accolades, and Daley's sitting there in Chicago saying, what the hell? I keep thinking about this speech Obama gave today in the Rose Garden. He was surprised and humbled. He had no idea anyone nominated. I don't believe that. By the way, this story they put, I don't believe anything here. Apparently what happened, reporters first called Gibbs, 6 o'clock, and apparently woke him up and said, hey, Gibbs, what's the reaction to the president winning the Nobel Peace Prize? And Gibbs said, what, is this April Fool's? What happened? Then Gibbs wakes up the president. And the president tells us that his two girls came in, they brought the dog in. It's Bo's birthday. This is the same dog that dropped the load on Air Force One. We learned about this yesterday. And the two girls came in, hey, Daddy, you won the Nobel Peace Prize. Really cool. It's a 3-day weekend, Daddy. Let's get up. Let's go. And Obama said, yeah, it's really great to have kids to help you keep things in perspective. And that was, I'm on the verge of retching right there. Then Obama gets to the meat of the matter, says he doesn't deserve the award. So Obama, he's agreeing with the Taliban and us because we don't think he deserves the award, and neither does the Taliban. The Iranians are upset. They don't. Al-Qaeda hadn't weighed in yet, Osama bin Laden, but there should be a tape before the weekend is out. Now, here's the New York Times. Barack Obama wins Nobel Peace Prize by Walter Gibbs and Alan Cole. And listen to this paragraph. As to whether the prize was given too early in Mr. Obama's presidency, peace be upon him, by the way, we are not awarding the prize for what may happen in the future, but for what he has done in the previous year. We would hope this will enhance what he's trying to do. The prize committee said it wanted to enhance Obama's diplomatic efforts so far, rather than anticipate events in the future. Do you understand? You've probably heard this. Now, but we are not awarding the prize for what may happen in the future, but for what he's done in the previous year. Now, the voting began on November 1st. That's when your votes were over, nominations were over. The voting was November. He had been in office something like 11 days.